If you look on your calculator, you get that button that says log. Anytime you don't see a base, it is assumed to be base 10. We just don't put the base. So if there's no base, it's always known as base 10. That's called a common log, or log base 10. So in this, actually, I'm going to ask you, what is the log of 100? And if you go to your calculator here, it depends what kind of a calculator you have. If you have a small one like this one I have to type the number first, then hit the log. Find where the log is, which is right here. Should give me a 2 for an answer. 2. If I have a calculator like this one, I got to type the log first. I go log, where's the common log here? log, right here. And put the 10 there. Or 100, I mean. And the answer is 2. That's how we use that button. So I'm going to be asking you to tell me what is the log of 25. You go to your calculator, log 25, what do you have? What is it?
1.40.
Yep, if you round it. Yep, 1.40 if you round to 2 decimal places. It's 1.3979, some change.
Yes.
What's the log of 125? .0969, how about 2.10, right? What is the log of 1? Well, don't you look on the calculator.
0.
Log of 1 is always 0, right? Doesn't matter what the base is. You can test it now. Log of 1, 0. What's the log of 0? Oh, you're forgetting the rule. Can't take the log of a negative number or 0, right? So if you try that on your calculator, here we go, 0, and said, give me the log of it. It should say error. Can't take the log of a negative number or 0. If the number is actually less than 1, because if you remember what the graph of the log is, in case you forgot, I know it's been a week, but if I graph the log, doesn't matter what the base is, all log functions have this graph. This is 1, 0. Notice there's nothing to the left of the y-axis, which means you can't take the log of a negative number or 0. And if the number between 0 and 1, the value is always going to be what? Negative. If it's more than 1, the value is always going to be positive. So if I pick a number like the log of 0.1, that should be a negative 1. Negative 1. What's the log of 0.5? That's less than 1. That's negative 0.301. So if we give you the number we ask you for the log, it's straightforward. Here's the problem. What about if I give you the answer and I want the number? Notice here I gave you the number and said, can you tell me what the answer to every one of them? What about if I give you a problem like this? Log of what number, I'm talking about the common log, is equal to 0.5? Log of what equals negative 2.4? Log of y equals 3.5. Can you tell me what x is? Can you tell me what x here? Can you tell me what y is here? So how do we do that then? In the previous one, I gave you the number and I said, tell me the log. Straightforward. Here, I'm giving you the answer. Can you tell me what the number used to be? Well, that's backward. Isn't that backward? Look directly over the log. What is that button directly over the log? It says what?
10x.
10 to the x. That's the key you have to use when you're trying to find what that number is. 10 to the power of 0.5. That's 10 to the power of negative 2.4. That's 10 to the power of 3.5. So that's how we know when to use the log, when to use 10 to the x. So 10 to the power 0.5, 10 to the power of that. Was it 1.64? Is that what you got? 10 to the power 0.5?
3.1.
0.5, 10 to the power, 3.162. I don't know where I came up with that number. Maybe I hit the natural log by mistake. I knew I'm going to be making a mistake, thank goodness. 3.162. Let's try the other one. 2.4 negative and 10 to the power of that. Did your calculator give you 3.98 times 10 to the negative 3? My calculator gave me 3.98 times 10 to the minus 3. What does that mean? Move the decimal point how many places? 3 places to the left, that's 0.00398. I don't know what your calculator gave you in which format. Let me know if your calculator is giving you something different so we can help you with it. This one, 3.5, 10 to the power. 3162.3. So that's actually all of section 13.4. When do you use the log button? When do you use 10 to the x? We use the log if we give you the number, we're looking for the answer. We use 10 to the x if we give you the answer, we're looking for the number. That's when we use them.